What's up, Cowboys Nation? We are back with another film session, and this time we're focusing on Tyler Smith. He stepped up into the left tackle position. Now, regarding Guyton, I'm not convinced he's cut out to be a left tackle in this league. He's given up a plethora of plays, and I understand it takes time to adjust. I've always believed that he was better suited as a right tackle coming out of college, which isn't a bad thing at all. But it's challenging to be able to face these NFL pass rushers, especially when you're going up against these guys on the quarterback's blind side. But with Tyler Smith, in my opinion, he is built for that left tackle spot, and he absolutely dominated on Sunday night. The film doesn't lie, Cowboys Nation, and it proves just how impressive his performance was. So on this play here, it's great to be able to see the physicality when it comes down to Tyler Smith going out there, imposing your will, and being physical on the opposition. And he has been doing this all throughout his career. And every single time I do this guy's film session, he's always jumping off the screen, removing people off the screen, or he's completely flatlining these players. And this rep definitely shows that. So we'll go and run it. So running this play here, you see that these guys are firing off the ball and they engage in contact. And the good thing about Tyler Smith, he's one of the players that you have to come ready when you're going up against him. Because if he can get his vice grips on you, he will completely floor you and remove you out the play. And he has done this all throughout his rookie year, his second year, and he is continuing to do this in his third year as well. And zooming in on Tyler Smith, it's so crazy that he completely turned away from the play. I don't know if he just knew that guy was completely washed out, but you got to turn around, my guy. But seeing the confidence and the dominance from this player, this will get you fired up, Cowboys Nation, because it's been a really, really long time seeing a left tackle going out there and being physical, completely removing guys out the play. This rep right here is when I knew that this player should be at that left tackle position. One thing about Tyler Smith, he is one of the most athletic offensive linemen for the Dallas Cowboys, as well as Tyler Guyton. Will McClay loves to bring in these big guys that can be able to move. You got to be a dancing bear out there and find ways to lay a body on these defenders. And with Mike McCarthy, with his offensive scheme, he loves his players to be able to move as well. And this is what you want when it comes down to a guy like Tyler Smith. So let's run it. So zooming in on Tyler Smith, they're getting off the ball. TJ Bass, he's trying to get to the second level. He ended up missing Wilson, and Wilson made the play. But watching Tyler Smith going out there and crushing this guy. If TJ Bass was able to pick up Peyton Wilson, Rico Dowdle would have sprung it on his play. And it's the little things when it comes down to the offensive line. Sometimes these offensive linemen, they will make mistakes. But the good thing is when you watch a guy like Tyler Smith's tendencies, these type of plays will come up again. And it's an awesome thing to see when it comes down to Smith, because Cooper Beebe is another one of those players on the offensive line that has had reps like this as well. You got to have those physically imposing players at that left tackle position, the center position, as well as the guard position. But seeing Tyler Smith going out there and completely depleting that defender, that'll definitely get you fired up. So on this rep here, I like to see the athleticism and footwork from Tyler Smith. And the thing is, when you're going up against a lot of these defenders in the NFL, some teams, they have these defensive ends. They're lined up in the wide nine stance. And usually that gives them the advantage to speed rush, giving them a direct path to the quarterback. So you have to be careful when you're lining up against these players when they're so wide. This is why scouts go get players with good footwork. You can get down to the second level and challenge these players. Now, it's not perfect with Tyler Smith. He will win some and he will lose some. But this rep right here ended up being a win for Tyler Smith. So let's run it. So locking in on Tyler Smith, downloading this player. The good thing about that left tackle position, you got to be patient. You cannot be overly aggressive, lunging. You got to figure out what your defender's trying to do. But as soon as Tyler Smith locks on, it is hard to get away from him. Giving Dak a clean pocket and throwing a dot to Kevontae Turpin. And shout out to Kevontae Turpin because he has really been stepping up and we're going to need him down the stretch. But the good thing about having a guy like Tyler Smith, you allow Dak Prescott to get comfortable within that pocket, giving him time to be able to get through all of his progressions. And that left tackle position alone, it can change everything. The run game, the play action, it can open up the playbook wide. And with Tyler Smith's skill set in the run game, as well as being able to protect Dak Prescott, it is definitely needed. And with Tyler Guyton, he does have his good reps on film, but there are 5 or 6 mistakes that he's having throughout these games, and that can end up being backbreaking. So you have to have a guy in there that you can be able to trust because it can surely get Dak to that next level. Sometimes with Smith, he'll find himself in the thick of things, and defenders will try to get slippery. It's something he needs to stay alert to. When a defender is taking hesitation steps and attempting to juke an offensive lineman, it's crucial to remain patient and strike at the right moment. If he continues to play that left tackle position, this is an area that he can improve on. It's mainly about shaking off the rust for this player. So we're going to split it. So locking in on number 51, just studying his movements. He took that first step right there. Then he took another step. Then he took one more step. So what he's doing is he's trying to chop down Tyler Smith. And then next thing you know, he slams inside and catches him with a quick rip. It's the little things when it comes down to that defensive end position, as well as the left tackle position. You have to study your opponent's movements, be patient, and find ways to be able to remove this guy out the play. And Tyler Smith did end up holding on this rep, as well as Terrence still having problems with TJ Watt all night. But we can talk about that another day. But you will be going up against a lot of premier pass rushers if you're on the right side or the left side, because in today's NFL, they love to switch these pass rushers up on both sides. So any player playing these positions, you have to be on top of it. But number 51 was one of the guys that gave us problems Sunday night. There were a lot of good reps of Tyler Smith going up against number 51, but number 51 won a couple of plays as well. Not only that play here, being in that wide nine position and finding ways to speed rush. Good quick pass by Dak Prescott, but you do not want any defender getting that close to him. So if he were to play that left tackle position, there are things that he can work on, but it is more good than bad when it comes down to Tyler Smith. With Tyler Smith, if you think that you're going to outpower him, think again. Usually when defenders do manage to get the better of him, it's either through a juke move or a savvy hand technique. They can try to bull rush him if they want, but he's going to absorb it effortlessly. Tyler Smith's raw power is simply too much for opponents to handle head on. So let's run it. So locking in on this play here, you see number 49, he's in that wide nine, and he goes right out there and tries to attack Tyler Smith. And you're going to get the same results. I don't understand why these players are trying to do this when it comes down to him. All it's going to do is buy Dak time to fire off the ball. And I don't know what happened to Jalen Tolbert on this play, if he got hit in his stomach or if he got hit in his private parts, but he looked like he was hurting a lot. But the good thing is he went on and scored on the next play. So shout outs to him. But as far as guys like Tyler Smith going out there and completely shielding these guys from being able to get to Dak Prescott, being physical, this is what you want when it comes to that left tackle position. Not taking anything away from Tyler Guyton. I believe that he's a right tackle in this league. Tyler Smith is a true left tackle, and the Dallas Cowboys organization is going to have to figure it out and fast because the film never lies, Cowboys Nation. So in this final play here, it's another one of those speed rushes. Tyler Smith did get beat one rep against number 51, but this time he was on top of it. And the better left tackles, you have to have that IQ. You have to have an understanding of what these guys are doing. So if you see it again in the fourth quarter, you can be able to stop it. So running this play here, you see the kick slide. It was a little bit more stronger this time because you got to match up for that speed rush. Got to use your athleticism to be able to meet that defensive end and allow Dak to be able to read the field. And that's exactly what he did. And this game ended up being very, very stressful, Cowboys Nation. Being in a rain game, playing at Pittsburgh Stadium, this shows that this team has grit as well as toughness to go out there and get it done because they were hurt. We were missing so many players. Tyler Smith playing at that left tackle position, as well as TJ Bass. They went out there and got the win. So with Tyler Smith, in my opinion, he is the best left tackle on his team. And I'm not trying to take anything away from Tyler Guyton, but I believe that he belongs on that right side. You have to line up your best offensive lineman and get this thing rolling. And I need y'all opinion on this, Cowboys Nation, because this is definitely a hot topic. I don't want it to be a situation where you're getting a quarterback blasted. And with Tyler Guyton, I've seen on a plethora of plays this season where he was doing just that. The technique issues, the penalties, it's a lot that he needs to work on. But with Tyler Smith lining up at that left tackle this past game, to me, it seemed like it was a completely new offense. On top of Rico Dowdle going out there and doing a good job. So comment below and let me know what you guys' thoughts are. Do y'all think that he needs to stay at that guard position, or do you feel as though that he need to kick out at left tackle? Either way, just bring the best 5 players out there and get this thing rolling. So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell because the way the YouTube algorithm works, if you don't hit it, you'll miss on fire live streams and the best Cowboys film sessions on YouTube. All right, Cowboys Nation. Talk to y'all soon. Gone.